Biscuit finds his way home. Biscuit was a small, scruffy dog with one floppy ear and a tail that never stopped wagging, except today. Today, Biscuit was lost. It happened at the park. A squirrel darted across the path, and before Biscuit could stop himself, his leash slipped free and he was off, paws pounding, ears flapping, chasing that fluffy tail through the bushes, under a fence, and around a corner he didn't recognize. By the time Biscuit stopped to catch his breath, the squirrel was long gone. Uh-oh, Biscuit thought, spinning in a circle. Nothing looked familiar. Not the fire hydrant, not the mailbox, not a single blade of grass. He wandered past a bakery where the smell of warm bread made his stomach growl, but his heart ache even more. That wasn't his bakery. He trotted by a fountain where children laughed and splashed, but none of them were his child. He curled up under a bench as the sky turned orange, feeling smaller than he'd ever felt in his whole scruffy little life. Then he heard it. Not a shout, not a whistle. 3 notes, hummed softly, drifting down the street. A tune Biscuit knew better than his own bark. It was the little song his owner always hummed while making breakfast, the one that meant pancakes and good morning, and you're safe here. Biscuit's ears shot up. His tail, which had been drooping all day, began to wag, slowly at first, then faster, then so fast his whole back end wiggled with it. He followed the humming down one street, then another, weaving between legs and lampposts, nose to the ground, heart pounding louder than his paws. And there, turning the corner, calling his name in a voice cracked with worry and hope, was his owner. Biscuit didn't walk. He didn't trot. He launched himself across the sidewalk in one giant leap of fur and joy, straight into the arms that scooped him up like he was the most precious thing in the whole wide world. "There you are," his owner whispered into his fur. "I never stopped looking." Biscuit licked every bit of face he could reach, tail thumping against his owner's arm like a tiny, happy drum. He didn't know how far he'd wandered that day, or how many wrong streets he'd walked down. All he knew was this. No bakery smelled as good as home, no fountain sparkled as bright as his owner's smile, and no place in the whole world felt as safe as being carried back to where he belonged. The end.